Yo guys, DailyShuffle here with a new video and a PvP BM Hunter guide. And let's talk about which race is generally considered the best for a BM Hunter player. In my opinion, there are three strong options at the moment. Night Elves, Orcs, and humans. And some of you will remember it, back in Shadowlands, Orcs were the best PvP race for BM Hunters. Because when you play an Orc, you get like a pet damage increase for like 1%, I guess. 1 or 2%. I guess it's 1%. And you had this stun reduction passive ability. But they reworked it in Dragonflight, so it's not that good anymore. And in my opinion, the best race at the moment for BM Hunters is the human race. Because you get like this passive ability. Let me show you. 1 second. This one, the human spirit, you gain 2% more of all secondary stats. So in season 3, where stats are really high and increased, this one is really good. It gives you like 2% more of all secondary stats, haste, critical strike, mastery, versatility from all sources. And in my opinion, you get like 5 to 10% more damage compared to the Orc race. So I recommend to play a human BM Hunter. You can also play a Night Elf, although I personally haven't played as one. But other Hunter streamers like Big Max have pointed out the utility of their Shadow Meld ability. You can Shadow Meld, for example, a Chaos Bolt or a Stun or other spells. But this ability is very high skill, and you need a good knowledge of the game when you use it and when it's good. So my personal preference is the human race here. Okay, let's move on to pets. I personally play maybe in 90% or 99% of my solo shuffle games, I play the Raptor pet. You can also play the Undead Raptor. The Undead Raptor is really good in 2s. Maybe I add some gameplay footage or why Undead Raptors are good in 2s. Especially when you play against rogues. This Undead Raptor pet is really good. But what are the advantages of playing in Raptor pet? You get like the freedom ability, Master's Call. You can freedom yourself all 45 seconds. And when you play Kindred Beast in PvP, it's reduced to 50%. So you get like all, 22 seconds, you can use freedom. But normally it's like 45 seconds. It also has a MS effect, the Mortal Strike, Mortal Wounds or Mortal Strike effect, so the healing is reduced on the target. It's when you have it here on auto, the pet will use it all the time, and it's so good when you play when you don't have a Mortal Wound effect in your team. For example, when you play with a Boomkin or a Shadow Priest or other classes who don't have a Mass Effect, this is Biz. You need to use it. You need to use a pet with a Mortal Wound effect. So you also can use a bee or wolf. Let me show you. Yeah, this one. The advantage with this pet is like you get Primal Rage. It's like a haste buff, a 3-minute haste buff in PvP. It changes, but you can only use it when you play Kind Beast. When you don't play this talent, Primal Rage is useless and it's not usable in PvP. You need to play this talent here. Wait, I can show you the change when it's like 6 minutes in when I'm not in PvP, but it changed when I get in combat. Okay, I click my spells now because I have my mic in the other hand. Yeah, it changed now to 3 minutes. And when I click it here, I have a macro for this also. You get like a haste increase, but it's not 30% in PvP, it's like 12%, I guess. It's really good against some, for example, against warlocks or other hunters. Sometimes I play this against other hunters or warlocks, shadow priests, something like this, who don't. When you play against casters, for example, when you don't need a freedom effect. But when you play against, for example, against a shaman healer or a druid healer, in my opinion, I play the freedom pet, the raptor, because you need the freedom when you get rooted, right? Okay, let's take him back and go to the another pet. You can also play a Hydra. Hydra has also a mass effect, and it gives you Fortitude of the Beer. So when you play against a sub-rogue or other hardcore blasting burst classes or burst specs, you can play this one. But personally, I never use this. But it's maybe valuable when you play against sub-rogues, because you can use it. I don't know if you can use it in stun. I guess you can use it in stun. It gives you like 20% more health and instantly heals you for that amount. So you get like 20% more health and it heals you also for this amount. So it can be really good against this hardcore burst classes. Okay, these are the pets. These are the pets I use at the moment, but I personally use in 99% of my games the raptor pet, because of the freedom effect. It's so good when you play against melees or like root specs, shaman with the root totem, mass entanglement from the druid. You can just use your freedom and your pet is like out of the root, or you are out of the root. Okay, let's go on to the gear preferences from my side. I can show you first the non-crafted gear and then the crafted gear and then the enchants. I play the 4-set bonus, the 4-tier set bonus. It's like the head, the shoulders, the chest, and the hands. Because the legs, the stats are really bad from the legs. So I crafted the legs, but you can also use the normal one here. Yeah, then normal gear is also my back, my waist, and the trinkets, and and of course the weapon. That's also an advantage when you play human. You could properly play double trinket. I play the haste trinket, this one, because you get like every time a proc when you play double haste trinket. You get like the Primal strat increase when you use your abilities in PvP. And yeah, let's move on to the crafted gear. I crafted the neck with Weather Mastery. I crafted the rings also with Weather Mastery, both one. And this is like the best item you can get. It's the Random Step Stompers. This is so big, guys. Best in slot. You need to craft this. It gives you versatility. It can proc all the time. It gives you like 1k versatility. And it's like increased when you use it with another item you craft. I show you this when you craft it. You need to craft this one, and you need to craft a item with this. 1 second. Mail. Wrist. Here. With the Toxified Armor Patch. This item. You need to use it on the new crafted item. And you get like 10%, 9 till 10% more versatility of it. So it can proc all the time, and you have like, in PvP, like plus 10% versatility. It's like damage buff, and you are more tanky. So I really recommend to craft random stepped stompers, and an item you can craft the legs or the wrist, it doesn't matter, with the Toxified Armor Patch. With that one. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the stats. I personally prefer to play with over 20% haste. It's more smoothly, in my opinion. Your abilities are more smoothly and to use, and mastery. You could play. Change the legs. You could play with over 60% mastery, 58 to 64% mastery when you play with the human. Versatility is like 26%. It's in PvP like 29 till 30% versatility. You need to aim for this, because otherwise you are too squishy, in my opinion. When you don't get the proc, you aim for like 29-30% versatility. That's the main stat. I use the Homebound Speed enchant, so you get like more movement speed. Of course the sockets here, and sockets I use. Waking stats, so it's like your main stat, your agility increase. Here also I use the speed increase. High intensity thermal scanner, so you get like a random stat. The Shadowed Belt class, it's a stamina increase. Planesrunner's Breeze, it's like also a speed increase. Then you enchant the agility and more stamina on your legs. What was the item? I added this when I added the video, added this in, I guess. Yeah, and enchant mastery on my rings. Sockets, I use the mastery versatility sockets or haste versatility sockets. When you have like a lot of versatility, you can use the haste mastery or mastery haste sockets. Okay, let's move on to the talents I use. I personally played this kill shot. Some didn't play it, or some played this also, improved kill shot, but I normally use the normal one. Of course, slow shot. Against melees, really good. Post haste, so when you use disengage, you get this movement speed increase. Yep. Counter shot, of course. I have macros for this. A focus macro. Then I have 1 point in wilderness medicine and 1 point in natural mending. So this is really good. Sometimes I also use when I play against mages, for example, and my pets are all the time. My main pet is all the time rooted. I get rid of this point and play this maybe. Because when you use mend pet, it has like a chance of 50% when it procs. When it heals your pets like all 3 seconds, I guess. Every second. Each time mend pet heals your pet. I don't know, it's like 2 seconds or 3 or 1 second, I don't know. But it has this chance of 50% to dispel a magic effect. So when your pets are rooted and you use mend pet, or your main pet is rooted and you use mend pet, it can get out of the, with a 50% chance to get out of the root effect. So it's really good. Of course, I play Survival of the Fittest. It's like the wall, but it has a really long cooldown. And you play this one, so it's in the reduced damage taken is additional increased to 20%. It's like 40%. 40% damage reduce, magic damage and physical damage. But it has a really long cooldown. It's in my opinion too long. 2 minutes is better, I guess. Would be better. Okay, Tar Trap, really good when you play it with entrapment. So when you play, for example, against pet classes or melees, you can use your Tar Trap, and the melees are stuck in your Tar Trap, or the pets are stuck in the Tar Trap. So use it against melees or pet classes or pets. Okay, Killing Shot it removes 1 enrage and magic effect. Also really good when you play against paladins. There's like a PvP talent I can show you later. When you play against paladins, mages, priests, you can remove PI, for example. You can remove Bob. You can remove Alter Time. You can remove other spells like Renew, Shields. It's really good. But the most value I use is when someone has PI. Maybe you purge PI when you're lucky. You purge maybe the Alter Time, and you purge maybe the Bob. So this one is so good when you're lucky. Of course, you use your stun. I can show you when I play. I can show you some game footage I commented then when I use it. Scatter Shot, also really good. Sometimes when I play with an Affliction Warlock and the Affliction Warlock said to me, don't trap the healer, I play Binding Shot, because when you play Scatter and Trap, the dots are gone. Scatter removed all dots. So when you play Scatter, when you play with an Affliction Warlock and all dots are on it, or with the Shadow Priest and you Scatter on a random target, all dots are gone and he has to get it on the target again. So this is not good when you play with an Affliction Warlock. This ability, Rejuvenating Wind, I don't know how to pronounce it or whatever. It increases your health, so you are more tanky. Increase your health to 8%, and when you use your heal, this one acceleration, you get healed from it. So you get additional 6% of your maximum health over 8 seconds healed, but it's nerfed when you play on high dampening in PvP. Camouflage, I always use this talent when I'm when the game begins, so people can't see me, and sometimes you can trap from Camouflage. When the healer is standing still, you can just trap this. Binding Shackles, it's also good. It's like you stun and you trap the target, and you have like Scatter is not used, and you use it on the off target. So it's like it decrease the damage on you. So when they are tunneling you, just use Scatter on one melee, and after the effects end, it's like 10% less damage on you for 8 seconds. So it can be good, but it's only on you, not on the Warlock or on the Shadow Priest when you play with this kind of specs. Yo, Roar of Sacrifice, also one of your best abilities. It's like a pet sack. So I use it sometimes pet sack because you are crit immune, and your pet tanks some damage of when you get the damage from melees, for example, or casters. It's like, but 10% of all damage taken by that target is also taken by the pet. So it reduces the damage and it gives you crit immunity. So when you play, for example, against sub-rogues and he's dueling you, just use Roar of Sacrifice, you get crit immune and he normally can't kill you. Sometimes he can kill you, but normally can't kill you. You can use it all the time, also when you are stunned or blinded or something, you can use it all the time. But when your pet is rooted or also stunned, you can't use it. Your pet must be not be stunned. Okay, this is normal. This is like the pet damage increase. It's no-brainer. Critical strike increase also, but because you play Death Chakram, gives you also a damage increase. Each time the Chakram deals damage, it damage increased by 50% and you generate 3 focus, so it gives you also a focus regeneration. And you get, when you use Death Chakram on target, you get like 10% more damage on it. The target get 10% damage from you. Okay, this is bleed damage. Bleed damage from bleeds. Steel trap. Steel trap also like entrapment, but they nerfed it, I guess. It's nerfed a little bit. It's only when you use entrapment, when you use a star trap and then steel trap on it, it's like only 2 seconds or 3 seconds, I don't know. Yeah, improved kill command, of course, no-brainer. Kill command is one of your best abilities. It's like the best ability you have. And of course, you play Alpha Predator. Kill command now has 2 charges. Okay, let's move on to the other talent build. Copper Shot, of course, you have to use it. Then I go this build. It's like Barb Shot, a Barb Shot build. Barb Shot, of course, you play Barb Shot. Then all pet damage dealt increased by 10%, of course, no-brainer. Kill command damage increased. You want to get this kill command increase talent. Kill command damage increased by 20%. Barb Shot damage increased by 40%, of course, passive. Bloodshed, also one of your best abilities when you try to burst someone. It's like 1 minute cooldown. In the opener, really good. War Orders, Barb Shot deals 10% increased damage, and applying Barb Shot has a 50% chance to reset cooldown of kill command. So you get like kill command procs of it when you use Barb Shot. This is like the new abilities from season 3 tunings. Not tunings, when season 3 started. They reworked some abilities. It's like kill command damage increased by 10% and Barb Shot lasts 2 seconds longer. It's like really good now because sometimes you need like 3 Barb Shot procs all the time on the target. You need the Barb Shot stacks. And you get it like easier now. Before the talent was introduced, sometimes you can't get 3 Barb Shot procs stacks. It was like really weird. Monka-S. Yeah, this is like also a no-brainer master handler. You need to play this talent. Each time Barb Shot deals damage, the cooldown kill command is reduced by 0.5 seconds. It reduced the kill command CD cooldown. Okay, let's move on to the other side here. Passive focus regeneration. Okay, you play this because you need this talent here. Increase the damage and healing of your pet abilities. You need this because 30% more damage from your pets. It has like this ability here, Claw. You get like more damage from it. Okay, this is an animal companion, so you get like 2 pets. You can use 2 pets. You need this. Barb Shot increase your critical strike chance. Also one of your best abilities. Dire Beast. It's like an active ability. I've bound it here. So you can summon a beast all 20 seconds. And it gives you like a haste buff. So really good. The Stomp ability also no-brainer. You need this when you cast Barb Shot. It's like AoE, a cleave on melees, for example. Best to Wrath, one of your burst ability, like a little burst. And when you use Barb Shot, it reduces the cooldown of your Best Wrath to by 12 seconds. So you spam this button here all the time. And kill command, of course. But we can go to the rotation in a second. And then to my macros. Yeah, Dire Command. Kill command has a 30% chance to also summon a Dire Beast to attack your target for 10 seconds. And Dire Frenzy. Dire Beast lasts additional 2 seconds and deals 6% increased damage. This is good because when you spam kill command, randomly you have like a 30% chance to get a Dire Beast. This one. So you spam kill command and barb shot all the time. Some Kazuxu, for example, plays Dire Pack, but I don't see the value of it. Maybe it has value. So your kill command is reduced also for 50% for 8 seconds when you summon 5 Dire Beast. But it's like when you play a DailyShuffle game, it's like 1 time or 2 times. You get like 16 seconds of it. And it's, in my opinion, this maybe could be better. Scent of Blood. When you use Best Wrath, you get like one proc of Barb Shot. So the chances are higher that you get like all the time 3 stacks of Barb Shot when you play this talent. But you can also play Dire Pack, of course, and when you can get rid of it. Okay, this is like also a new tree or a new build. It's like the Call of the Wild build. And Call of the Wild is your best burst ability in the game at the moment. It's like when the game is over 2 minutes, or like 2 minutes 30, you have the second Call of the Wild, you win the game. Because you get like, it's like this talent. While Call of the Wild is active, your pets have the effect of Beast Cleave. You get a Beast Cleave. Your pets are cleaving all the time. And each time Call of the Wild summons a pet, all your pets stomp. Also, it's like when every time a beast is summoned, they stomp and doing fucking hard damage. Good damage, a big amount of damage. So Call of the Wild is doing this. You sound the Call of the Wild, summoning 2 of your active pets for 20 seconds. During this time, a random pet from your stable will appear every 4 seconds to assault your target for 6 seconds. Each time Call of the Wild summons a pet, the cooldowns of Barb Shot and Kill Command are reduced by 50%. So it reduces your Barb Shot cooldown and your Kill Command cooldown. So you have like a really good burst window. And like if you can't press abilities when you are stunned, then they are doing like damage all the time because of the Beast Cleave. So it's really, really good. Guys, there's a really nice life hack when you play Call of the Wild. You can use Call of the Wild when you are in Turtle. So when you use Turtle, you can use Call of the Wild. And you can play it safe when the game is like over 2 minutes and you're on like 20% and you need to survive. You can use Turtle and you can use Call of the Wild when you are in Turtle. This is really nice. I personally prefer playing this talent most of the time, the Beast Within. It gives you fear immunity when you use Best Wrath for you and your pets. And your pets get a attack speed increase. So when you use Beast Within, they nerfed it a little bit. Some seasons ago, it was like when you use Beast Within, you get a haste buff increase and your pets get a attack speed increase. But they nerfed it and only your pets get like this attack speed increase. So it's like more damage for your pets when you use Best Wrath. And you get like fear immunity. It's really good when you play against warlocks or priests. So when you use this one here, Best Wrath, and you have Beast Within, he can't call you and he can't fear you. You can just spam damage. So it's really, really good against warlocks and priests, of course, or warriors, for example, when they fear you. Dire Beast Hawk is useless. Dire Beast Basilisk can be good when you play against melees. So you can summon Basilisk, but I didn't play this talent. It was like in season 2 it was like good, but I didn't play it anymore. Chimaeral Sting is also one of my favorite talents. When you play against, this is really good against every healer's class. It gives you like a reduced movement speed, 90% reduced movement speed on the target for 3 seconds. Then the target is silent for 3 seconds, and after this, the target has to reduce damage and healing. So it's really good against healers. For example, against shamans, priests, and other heal monks, evokers. Against druids, I played sometimes, but not much. I prefer to play, when I play against druids or evokers, I prefer to play tranquilling darts. So this is one of my favorites when you play against druids or evokers, because when you interrupt a target, for example, when you kick Chaos Bolt, there will be 8 darts on the target, and these 8 darts reduce the magic effects, for example, HOTS, and it reduces it for like 4 seconds. So when you interrupting the target, or you use Tranquilling Shot, your magic effect purge, there will be 8 darts on the target, so it reduces the magic effects. And this is also really good against paladins, mages, priests, because you can purge PI or reduce the duration of PI. You can reduce the duration of Bob. You can reduce the duration of HOTS. You can reduce the duration of Alter Time. So this is really good. Kind Beast is also a good talent when you play against melees, because it reduces your freedom ability, the CD of your freedom ability, to 22 seconds, I guess, or 23 seconds, I don't know. I guess 22. And when you play the Blood Rage pet, the bee or the wolf, it gives you, you can use it. Otherwise you can't use the Blood Rage ability. And this is like a no-brainer. Survival Tactics is like a short wall. Feign Death reduce damage taken by 9% for 3 seconds. You play this all the time. You play it every time. You can also Feign Death a Chaos Bolt when a Chaos Bolt is casted and he's going to you. You can Feign Death it. You can Feign Death all damage. You can Feign Death the Demon Hunter Eye Beam damage. It's a no-brainer. But it's like only 30 seconds on Feign Death. Okay, what we got? Diamond Eyes. I prefer. Normally, I'm not a big fan of Diamond Eyes because you lose one of your nice PvP talents. It's like Diamond Eyes is really good against Demon Hunters who play reverse, like on higher rating, but on lower rating, I guess till 2.1, 2.2, you don't have to play it. Diamond Eyes, because these Demon Hunters never reverse on this rating when you play DailyShuffle. And yeah, when you play against Fistweaver Monks, maybe you can play it because it doesn't break then. Fistweaver Monks, or when you play with another hunter. When you play with another hunter, you can play Diamond Eyes when the other hunter, when you play, for example, with the Survival Hunter, the Survival Hunter traps the target, the healer. You can Diamond Eyes the off target, for example, a warrior or demon hunter. It's like also when you play with another hunter, you can play Binding Shot and the other guy plays Scatter Shot. So you get like this one, and it's when you cast Binding Shot on the melee, it gets stunned for like 3 seconds. But it's dispellable now. Yeah, I guess we have all PvP talents. Okay, let's move on to rotation. When the DailyShuffle game starts, I can show you also gameplay footage. This is like the target. You can start with Barb Shot or with Kill Command, but I prefer to start with Barb Shot to get like stacks. Barb Shot increase your your haste from your pets. And I have a Weakaura for it. Maybe I'd show you my Weakauras after the rotation. So I start with Barb Shot. Use Dire Beast to get more haste. Use Blood Sheet. Use Death Chakram. Call of the Wild. Bless the Wrath. Get my third stack. Kill command, kill command. Kill command, kill command, kill command. Kill command, kill command. Kill command. Barb Shot, kill command. I only spam kill command, kill command. It's like reduced now. Barb Shot again. Kill command, Barb Shot. Kill command, no, Bless the Wrath again ready because it reduces all the time when you use Barb Shot to 12 seconds. Okay, this is good. Nice. Then I have my Roar of Sacrifice macro when you like, when someone is attacking you or someone is attacking your teammates, you can use Roar of Sacrifice on yourself. I have a macro for this. I link it in the video description. And I have not a macro for this, but you can, like, when you have here Gladius, when you're in a group, you can focus one of your mates or click on one of your mates and use it then with your keybind. Okay, which macros I use? I use some macros. For example, I use the this macro. It's like a freedom macro. For me, I use freedom, and it has like the primal rage ability and the fortitude of the beer ability. I got it here. I can link you this in the description if you want. This is like this one here. Then I have also petattack macros, kill command and petattack. Sometimes when you stun a healer, your pets stack at the healer. So you want like the pet is attacking your target. So I have this kill command macro. When I play Orc, I have this Best of Blood Fury macro and the petattack macro, of course. This is like the same Cobra Shot, petattack. And Death Chakram. Other macros I have. Yeah, I have this cancel aspect of the turtle. So when I use turtle is like deflected all attacks and damage taken reduced by 30%. You can cancel it with this macro here. What do I got? Focus macro for my scatter shot. Focus macro for my Chimaeral Sting. Focus macro for stun, I guess. Here's the focus macro stun. Then I have a mouse over macro for tar trap. I personally prefer to use, you can also use freezing trap, a mouse over macro, but I personally prefer to see the circle here. Yeah, and I have a heal freedom macro. Where is it? But you need to install an add-on. Where is it? I don't know if it's working. I'm testing it out. This is like FrameSort. You need this add-on FrameSort. So you can... Where's the macro? Here it is. It's like show tooltip FrameSort healer. This is like the... You don't have to use a name on it, for example, to cast on this healer and this name, and so you don't have to use it. You just need to download the FrameSort add-on, and you can use this macro. Okay, which Weakauras I use? I use the Not Mess Weakaura. This is like the abilities my enemies are using in a solo shuffle game. So you know, okay, the sub rogue is using Shadow Dance, Shadow Blades, or whatever other rogue abilities, Death Mark. It's like all the important abilities your enemies are using. And I use the Focus Kick Weakaura, so I know, okay, my healer is the enemy healer is using, for example, a cast, so I can kick it better. The Frenzy Trackers is like the most valuable Weakaura I have. You can track your barb shot stacks, so you wanna have all the time 3 barb shot stacks because barb shot increase your pet attack speed. And when you have like 3 barb shot stacks, you get like 90% more attack speed from your pets. So it's like a must-have, in my opinion. 1 second. Okay, then I use the healer CC Weakaura, so I know when my healer is in CC, when he's frogged, when he's stunned, hodged, I don't know. I can trade a Death CD, defensive CD, or I can play defensive. So I can go to the pillar, or I can avoid some damage. I have this Weakaura also, but I don't use it so often. The Hunter Countershot Weakaura. I link all Weakauras in the description, guys, so you know if you want to use it or not. You can use this. Yeah, and there was like a sound, but I removed the sound from it. So it's like, so when I use Weakaura, it's like I know, okay, my Countershot is ready. I can use it. It's like 24 seconds CD, I guess. Yeah, I use also the pet health Weakaura. I added a sound to it. So when my pet is under 70%, I guess, I get a sound. So I know, okay, no, I need to heal my pet. So when your pet dies and you didn't notice it, your abilities are not usable. Some abilities are not usable, like Kill Command or Best Wrath, and you are useless. So it's really important that you heal your pet. Then I have this Weakaura, a tracker for the Call of the Wild. When Call of the Wild was introduced, I wanna track the 2 minutes cooldown because it was like a new rotation, or it was like a new spell, and I need to add this in my rotations, and sometimes I forget to use it after 2 minutes, so I have this visual field here to see when it's ready, but nowadays, I have it in my head. Okay, no, it's ready. It must be ready in like 10 seconds or something. So it's like in your memory. Yeah, and that's it, I guess. Yeah, and also this Call of the Wild white bar. How long is Call of the Wild? Or how long is it in use? So you can use it, but you don't have to, I guess. Yo, that's my Weakauras and add-ons I use. Wait a second. I use... Battleground enemies here when you're on BGs, it's not a must-have. BigDebuffs, of course. Really good add-on. So you know, okay, PI is on the target. Your healer is hodged, something like this, or the target is hodged. Diminish tracker. So when someone is sheeped, but it's also with the Gladius add-on. So it's like really important when someone is sheeped and you want to trap, you don't wanna use scatter or trap when someone is DR'd. So this is really important, or stunned. Or was stunned, this is really important. I use GladiatorlosSa. So the spells were called from a AE voice. So I know, okay, he used combustion or he used fear, something like this. This could be good, but it's not a must-have, I guess. Gladius, of course. NameplateBuffs. totem icon so I can see the totems from the enemies, from the shamans. OmniBar, OmniCC, Quartz. I don't know if I use. I don't remember what I did there. Reflex for the games, to track the games. Yeah, that are my add-ons. Not a big deal like the standard add-ons, I guess. Alright guys, before I show you the gameplay footage, I want to highlight a well-known bug. Before the game started, you can just dismiss your pet and go in camouflage. When you are in camouflage, you can call your pet again and command your pet to the target, to the here in this case to the Shadow Priest or Frost Mage. But when you play against rogues, you can just command your pet to the priest, for example, when he plays with the priest, and your pet is then in combat, and you are also in combat. So your healer can just heal you in stealth when you're in stealth, and get also in combat. This is really good on higher rating, and it's really important that you don't attack. Don't use any hunter abilities when you're on stealth. Just command your pet to the target, so you get in combat. Okay guys, I show you some gameplay footage. This is like a normal melee lobby. 2 demon hunters, 1 warrior. The important thing when you play in a melee lobby, avoid damage. And I give you some advice how you can do this. It's like, move all the time. Use your tar trap to trap the hunter, the warrior and the demon hunter, and maybe steel trap. So you can root these guys. Don't play on your healer. So he gripped me, and so this T was easily done by the demon hunter. He incapped him. Don't play on your healer. This is like the biggest mistake you can do when you play with melees, against melees or with melees. When you play against them, don't play on your healer. They just hodge them, stun them all the time. And try to avoid damage. Just move away, go to a pillar, but don't LOS your healer. That's really important. And this is like, the next game is like, range lobby. There was like 3 range DPS in this lobby, like a Frost Mage, Shadow Priest, and an Elemental Shaman. And here, I only go for traps in this game. I won 6 rounds in the end. It was like over 2.4k rating. I climbed to 2.5 after the game. In this lobby, I just did damage. I just did damage, avoid damage by being at the pillar. And when the dampening was high, I was the only one with an S effect. When dampening was high, I pushed in and tried to stay the healer. And this was like win on default. I just spammed damage. They couldn't handle it. My damage was really good. You see this in the details. I was like every time first in damage, and I just spammed damage. I didn't care. How to trap people? It's really important that you have focus macros. So I link you the macros in the description. There are some combinations you can use. For example, stun into trap, or scatter into trap. Or you can try, if you really experienced, you can just trap the healer. You can walk to it and try to get the trap on the healer. But the safe combinations are stun into trap or scatter into trap. And some healer can avoid traps. For example, a priest, he can fade, or when he plays a fade tenant, or the priest can shadow death as a trap. So if you do these combinations all the time, or just go to the priest and bait the Shadow Word Death, and then you use Scatter into Trap, or you just use Stun into Trap. Stun into Trap is always safe. The only avoid is like he used Fate before the stun. There's maybe one exception, guys. When you play against Mystery Monks, the Mistweaver can port your stun. So if you play against Mistweaver monks, you always try to scatter into trap. So he can't avoid the trap. So guys, if you like the Bear Hunter guide, it's like some viewers on my main channel asked for it. If you like it, just give the video a like. Maybe you leave a comment. I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel if you like the content, or if you want to see more content like this or more gameplay content. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.